Oh, I turned this off. Okay. Sorry about that. Oh my gosh. The Perks of Being a Wallflower. I don't know if a lot of people have heard about this film. It has finally come my way and I've had a chance to go see it. And I've heard and read and seen a lot of people that have really enjoyed this film. I have some friends online that have praised this movie, and so I was really looking forward to see this film, and I'm glad it came my way. This film stars Emma Watson, a kid I've never seen before. His name is Logan Lerman, and an actor that I actually have seen before, by the name of Ezra Miller. Just a few months ago, I actually saw this actor in a film called We Have to Talk About Kevin, and he was very convincing as this really disturbed child. This looked like a really good cast, and I remember seeing the trailer. It looked like this was going to be a high school movie that tried to be slightly realistic. You know, take a time, especially around the time that I went to high school, in the early 90s, really give us characters that we could believe in, we could care about. This film also stars some big names. Paul Rudd, Joan Cusack, and who else? And to my surprise, in a kind of extended cameo, one of the coolest special effect artists ever to live, Tom Savini, who's worked on such things as Dawn of the Dead. So it was, I was like, when he showed up in the movie, I was like, that's so cool. Maybe there's no reason for him to be here, but it's just cool. He's here, and he actually has some funny lines. I was just really captivated from the moment this movie started. These characters seemed really interesting. I liked that it captured a time before cell phones, before we were bombarded by too much technology. Yes, it was out there, but people are not constantly like talking on their cell phones the whole time. They can actually talk to a real person. But I'm talking to a camera. That didn't work out. The director of this film is actually the writer of the book and the writer of the screenplay. So that was kind of cool that this guy who had written this book back in the 90s was able to write his, be able to have a lot of control over what was presented on screen. He was actually allowed to direct the film. That was cool. I don't know what connections he has, but I like that. That's really quite interesting to me. This movie really gets you into this world, and it really gets you feel. I felt totally involved and totally invested in these characters. This is a really great film, and one of the coolest movies that I've seen this year. And I felt like it didn't talk down to the kids. It treated them like real flesh and bone. I liked some of the subjects and ideas that this film brought up about life and how it is to feel to be a wallflower. I was a wallflower, and I would have loved if I could have met some of these people. I wish there were some people like in this movie that would have come up to me and gave me some of their time. That never happened in high school. That kind of happened during the summer, during other activities that I participated in. But during high school, I was a loser. I was a loner, and I had a few friends. I never felt like I belonged. And so I could relate to this character somewhat. It has a lot of great music. There's so much, this is the perfect soundtrack that you want to hear when you see a film like this. And I really felt slightly connected to this film, and that really helped in my experience. How can you go wrong? I mean, you have Hermione herself, Emma Watson, gorgeous as ever. She is really convincing. Everybody's really convincing as high school students. I believed them. I believe that they were in this community, in this world. I like the fact that they also incorporated the Rocky Horror Picture Show. And I'm a huge fan of the Rocky Horror Picture Show, but sadly I have to admit, I have never seen the Rocky Horror Picture Show in a movie theater and had that experience. I'm really sad that I just said that, because I love the movie. I own the soundtrack. I own the movie behind me. I care about that movie. It's something I need before I die. I need to go see that in the theater. Someday. I hope soon. I'm not dead yet, but they're a bunch of kids that love to go do that. Go to the Rocky Horror Picture Show and perform it live. I dug all that. I got excited. And then near the end, and I don't want to give away too much. I don't want to give away anything at all, but near the end it kind of takes a slight detour. And it's not a bad thing. There's just things that are brought up. And I just got really emotional near the very end, and I really cared about these characters and their situation. And then all of a sudden, in the theater, it happened. Someone's phone started ringing really, really loud. A normal person would either shut it off or they would silence it and go outside. No, this person did. You want to know what this person did? They picked it up, and started talking. Literally talking for a good 5 minutes. And they weren't quiet. No. This person wasn't quiet. This person was an idiot. And so they just started talking, and there's amazing stuff happening on screen. And suddenly this person just was like, yeah. And there were a few rows down me, and for a while I was tolerating it, and I was like, okay. And then all of a sudden I couldn't take it anymore. Some of the audience members were yelling at him, and I dropped an F-bomb. So I apologized, but I was just like, where the freak do you think you are? The F dash 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 word. And I was like, where the freak do you think you are right now, man? And I don't know if he heard me, but I was just really loud. And suddenly he went away, or I mean, the call ended and he stopped talking, and we actually got to enjoy the whole movie. So I really, that's something that, you know, as he was leaving, I just yelled. I mean, the movie was over, the credits were rolling, and he left with his family, and all I could say was, hey, now you can use your phone. Go outside and use your phone. And I don't know if he heard me or anything, but I was just so frustrated because this was such a really quality film, and I really enjoyed it. I'm going to give, that guy. I'm going to give The Perks of Being a Wallflower 3.5 stars. My experience, not so much, seen in the theater. Please turn your cell phones off. That's all I ask. And enjoy the movie. This is a good movie, so if you can, leave your cell phones at home just for a couple hours and see this film. You can like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I'm also on Twitter and Facebook, and please go to WeLiveFilm.com and subscribe right here on YouTube to We Live Film, and please go to WhoYouTube.com.